Yo, what's good, my brothers and sisters? Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, viewers and listeners. You already know who it is. Marty representing DU. Direct and Unfiltered. Should have been a long time ago, but it's a long time coming. But we're here now, right? So we are, we hit the gym. But we go in and start, I just want to introduce you guys to my guy, my business partner, man. Introduce yourself and tell me what you do out here, man.
Hey, you know what it is. This is Demba. It's the host coming to you with a constructive dialogue, helping you to get to know the world and even more importantly yourself. So we got a really cool topic today. Like you said, I know it might sound a little back and forth, but we hit the gym and we came up with a topic actually while we were at the gym. We were getting it in, you know what I'm saying, and we just were looking around the gym, kind of like analyzing all our surroundings, as we do, as most niggas tend to do when they go out in the world. We were analyzing all the surroundings, all the different walks of life who was coming into the gym, and yeah, we noticed that there was not that many black people in the gym.
Right.
And that shit, I won't lie. When I saw that, I was kind of a little disappointed in you niggas, bro. I was disappointed in you niggas. I was like, damn, there's all these white bitches. There's all these white bitches in here getting it in. Like, there's some overweight women still pulling up. And I can tell by the look in their eyes that they're there like every other day, every other day, And so that was a little bit of the inspiration for the topic. But what did you have written down?
Yeah, it's like I was saying, man, that what I have, and it was just crazy. Like, we were in the gym just doing our thing. You know me, I'm looking left and right. It was just crazy. I'm like, yo, bro, I think we're the only niggas in here, bro.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's good? Like, what's happening? We saw one black shorty, you know what I'm saying? That was it. One black shorty. And after that, we didn't even see. I didn't really look into it like that. I was looking at her hair to see if she had long hair, if she had the braids, the locks, whatever. But she ain't got. I don't know. It was just like, why black people not at the gym, yo?
Yeah.
Why are you not at the gym?
The topic for today.
Why
black people not at the gym?
Not at the gym. It's fucking crazy, bro.
Fuck, dude. I'll start off with this, right? Every single day I'm out on the road driving. Every single day I go out to the grocery store. I literally see at like 4 or 5 in the morning, I see a bunch of white women and white men too, but white people in general jogging, bro. Like they're jogging, like they're fucking training for a fight, I'm like, what are y'all? What? And it's not so much that I see white people jogging. That's the key, or I guess the disappointment. The real disappointment and frustration comes from I don't see any black people jogging. I barely ever see a black man jogging. I can't remember the last time I've seen a black woman jogging. I can't even think about one time.
Right.
And yeah, it's just seriously, it makes me really feel like if there was a fucking race war or something, or if we had to do just like one of those Team Olympics things in like summer camps where it was like black people versus white people, we would be down and out because all these white people are fucking in great shape. They're in great shape and they're fucking killing it in the gym too. They're hitting like personal records, like PRs. They're like squatting and benching. Like we're just eating. We're eating unhealthy.
Right.
Man.
I didn't see one other nigga in there. No one black man in there, to be honest. Probably one. I probably saw one. That was it.
Yeah,
maybe
I saw that one dude with locks.
Yeah, 1 or 2. He got locks. I don't know if this the other that I saw. He looked Dominican or he looked Hispanic, Puerto Rican. I can't really tell if he was black, but it's just difficult. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I be going to the gym, and then I'll take breaks, and the breaks becomes procrastination and laziness, right? So now I started to push myself. Even if I don't want to go to the gym, I force myself to get up. And it's just like, I'm going to go in the gym. I don't care. I brush my teeth and I put something on. I'm out. I don't care. I'm like staying in the cold. I'm like, oh, shit, it's cold out there. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go work out today. It's funny. What I started to do, well, my wife, she started to watch motivation videos every morning when she wakes up at 5 o'clock because, she goes to the gym, but she goes to her work gym. I go to the gym that I usually go to, which is Planet Fitness, and the way I do it, bro. To be honest, when I go to the gym now, I just start listening to motivation, inspirational, something that's gonna motivate me to get up every morning. I get up at around like 4:45 to 5 o'clock. Put some like motivation song on, a motivation speaker on. I'm like, oh shit, let's go. Like they're like, One of the speaker was like, "Yo, stop telling yourself an excuse." You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
good shit.
I'm like, it's too cold outside. And the dude came out nowhere. Stop telling yourself it's an excuse. You're lazy. That's what you're doing. Get up. You need to get up. Because there's every person in the morning that's getting up in the gym is going to outperform you, outrun you. It's going to like do anything that you're trying to achieve. I'm like, shit. All right. So I just got out. It's just the sad thing is, guys, is here's the craziest thing that I've noticed about black women, because the most of the black women in the society in the world, they are obese, overweight, right, or they're not in shape. The reason why, because you guys find out there's some shortcut, BBL or whatever it is that
Oh,
you all want to call it. You go to Colombia, Dominican Republic, some type of a country that does it. Find a doctor that will take $400 in USD, and then that's it. You don't need to work out ever again. All you gotta do is now you gotta control your diet. Just because you're on a diet now, you got your BBL done, doesn't mean you have to stop working out. You could still go to the gym. This is why we see a lot of white women and white men in the gym. Like, it was surprising. I'm gonna be honest with you. There was this type of fear that came into me where I've started to notice that we're gonna lose this. If there's a war about race, about the Olympics, and we don't pass, who'll be the first one to die? Imagine
yeah.
it's like the Squid Game. I don't know if you watched the Squid Game.
Yeah, dude. We
You
would be
know,
at the very bottom.
like,
We'd be at the bottom tier of
bro,
all that shit.
it's fucking crazy to me, man. It's just so sad. Like, I don't even. Okay, I understand the 50, 60-year-old, but come on, you black women at 18, nice, so young, early 20s, mid 20s,
Yeah.
early 30s, and you guys not at the gym.
Yeah, and you make a good point too because I hadn't really thought about it like that. We always look for a shortcut. Black women, if you look, women in general, but black women particularly, always look for a fitness shortcut, a
Right.
skincare routine shortcut, a hair braiding shortcut,
Yeah.
and this usually all comes at the expense of their health, their long term health, right? Your skin and your health, your skin and like the youthfulness of your skin and your features is not going to come from cosmetics, right? And like applying lotions on your face. It's going to come from internals, right? It's going to come from what you consume, food, diet, drinking enough water. Um, your hair, the health of your hair in a similar way is going to come from what you're consuming, the internals. It's not going to come from like this putting this mousse on your hair or putting like putting some crazy like weave on, like having you'll put glue on your head which will destroy your hair follicles, will fuck your shit up, and just in the name of looking good for a short term because it's a quick fix. The BBL, the breast implants, those are gonna bust out. Those are gonna sag. Those are just gonna go bad, and they're not gonna match the rest of your body as it ages. But one thing about working out that's really beautiful is that it maintains your youth from a mitochondrial and chromosomal level, right? So I know that might sound complicated for some of our viewers, but all in all, you have these things called telomeres, which are at the end of your chromosomes, your DNA, and the rate at which they unravel, or basically is the rate at which you age. And working out has been proven to increase longevity in telomeres, and it's an enzyme called telomerase, which extends the life of your DNA. And basically, long story short, if your DNA is aging really fast, that means you're aging really fast. And with exercise and diet, especially, you're able to not only make slow this process down, but you're able to actually reverse it to a certain degree. I mean, of course, if you've damaged it so much, so there's only so much you can do. But that's the key with working out. You can get that BBL naturally. You can get your body tighter, your skin growing better, and your whole body matches. It's not like when you get older and you're just gonna have a fat ass and like the rest of your body's gonna be wrinkly and dusty. And yeah, I think a big part of it comes from that mindset. I don't know exactly why, but black people, we lazy right now. We're not hitting the gym. We're not in shape. We're not. I don't really know what it is, but a big part of it I think comes from that shortcut mindset of thinking I can take an easy route. If I do this, it'll be a lot more simpler. I can take a shortcut. I can get there in half the time. When really it's like that's not gonna give you the results that you truly want, and that's not gonna make you feel the same way as working hard in the gym for months. and achieving a goal. But let me ask you this, though, right? What made you want to start getting into the gym again so heavy, bro? Like, was there like a certain catalyst?
Yeah, something switch in my mind because I realized that I was having pain, to be honest, in my diaphragm because I do Uber and Lyft. I sit a long period of time,
Mm.
right? And plus, I didn't look the way I looked. I'm not gonna lie to you. Sometimes I'm going to all my old picture, the way I used to be fit, ripped, and fucking like I look diesel, right? And I'm like, damn. And I will and I've noticed that since I've been working out, I've been feeling so much. I've been feeling confident lately. I've been like feeling so strong. I've been, you know, like even I start to eat less now. I only having sometimes I'll have no meal the entire day. Just drink straight water.
Oh, good shit, dude.
And then the next day I'll have like a chicken salad, chicken Caesar salad. Bro. It's fucking ridiculous, dude.
So
It's
you're gonna get in shape
you
mad quick
know?
with that kind of
So
mindset.
like I'm controlling so something in my mind because I've been listening to a lot of like Tate's, I've been listening to a lot of these
Take
guys,
speech,
Tate speech
the real
and
talk.
you know, the real G. But something had to change inside of me though because I was getting tired of looking, not because of what I've hear or what I've been listening to, what I've watched, what I've consuming. It's what I've seen myself. Every time I take off my clothes to hit the shower, I'm like, damn, I could have a six pack right now. Damn. Cause because I've noticed that since I've been working out, I've been having more energy than before. And also there's a guy I was listening to. He said that you're not gonna achieve anything if you don't work on your physical health first. If you try to start a business, you're trying to work at a job or making it to a career, you're not gonna go far. He said, you're not gonna go far. You're not gonna if you don't. Oh, Richard Cooper, the guy I was listening to, Unplug Alpha. He said, I'm just paraphrasing what he said. He said that if you don't focus on your physical health, not looking good, there is no way you're gonna achieve anything in life. Because that's the reason why you see these guys who's trying to like promote, hey, get on this Bitcoin, I'll help you to get it. But they're fat when you see that, right? They do a bunch of fat guys, weird guys. Their hairline's not lined up, their beard's not lined up and shit. They look dirty and shit, right? Those are guys that are fat. They don't sitting there just being a scam artist, right? You see all over the internet and shit, and people not gonna take you serious. Like I could scroll down to so many scam. Oh, I can get you paid $10,000 a month.
Mm.
But you look fat though. How you gonna pay $10,000 a month, but you don't even working on yourself?
Right.
Physical health is what's gonna help you to achieve or get you better, to get you be confident in yourself to actually start going where you need to go. Because without being your health has to come first, right? Because the three things, and I'm not trying to like bash black women, all black women, because I see some black women on there, but you know what? I can't really say that because the internet kind of like catfishing people. There's a lot of catfish out there in the internet and Instagram.
And the
Because
internet shows you like the 1%.
like I'm not really sure if they really look like that, to be honest. Because nowadays you could do filters now. You could do body shop, all of that bullshit. But like I live in the Western, right, which is in the US, so I don't see too many black people or too many, especially black girls. I see a lot of white girls, and it makes so much sense that why niggas, not like me, because I'm not into white women, but I see those black people or black men, black boys are going after the white girls. It makes so much sense now. I get it.
Oh, that's a whole
You know,
yeah,
it
that's a
just
whole other thing,
it just
man.
makes so much sense because I'll be honest with you. I've seen black men with so many don't it don't matter what he looks like. He could be unfit, fitted, he could have status, money or no money, but he's some with some white. I don't know. The girl could be like dusty. White could be dusty. She could be like fucking poor, broke, whatever. Oh, fine, whatever it is. But she's petite. She's slim. She's fit.
She's in
Which
shape.
she's in shape. Like I don't understand why can't we get all people to be in the same page, yo?
Yeah, that's a
That
good
shit's
point,
fucking
bro.
crazy, dude.
That's a good point. Because think about why would you want a girl who's not going to maintain her health? That shows you a lot about a person if they don't take care of their
Right.
health. I want someone who's going to take care of themselves because that's a marker that they can take care of a family. And I can't even blame some young niggas
I
more
don't
than
blame
even
them.
like the white thing, it's like they're looking for a girl that's in shape. And just statistically, ratio wise, you don't see that many black girls in the gym. You know, it's tough. And the toughest thing to me is that black girls, I mean, black men too, but black people in general, you have the genetics to do it.
You know,
Y'all could get huge. Y'all
in
can get shape.
6 weeks,
Y'all could get the BBL in 6 weeks.
6 to 8 weeks, yo.
But just because you're something in your mind is stopping you, I don't know what it is. You got to figure it out for yourself.
Yeah,
But
hard
I'm
work.
telling you, if you have the genetics, black people, you have the genetics, you could be making personal records. You could be breaking records in powerlifting. Shorties, these short. Oh my god, I think just about any black girl could get a fat ass, bro, if she really wanted to. If
Right.
she just spent 6 to 8 months in the gym, consistency, not even going crazy, not even like doing crazy weight or anything.
It's genetics, yo. I see black women with big butts, big with fat ass. Right, I seen that. But when I turn around, I see the bellies hanging down to the vagina. What the fuck
Yeah,
is that? What is that, yo? Like, that's not even a good looks,
yeah.
to be honest.
That's not. It's not fair
You
to
know,
say you have a fat ass.
and
Because it's like
yeah,
the whole body is overweight.
just because you're covering your stomach and shit,
Oh, shit.
you know what I'm saying? Or you put a blanket over when you're taking a picture, or you're arching your back, position yourself
Yeah.
to show everybody that. But we only,
Yeah, these
but
bitches know the angles.
you know, and then every last picture is all is in your face. It's like right here, like
Mm.
I don't. It's like right between your boobs, but below between your chest and shit. Like I don't understand. And you see all the white women posting shit, crazy photo in the bikinis and
Full
shit.
body
I
pics.
never seen a black girl in a bikini on Instagram. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, you don't really
Never,
see it too often, actually.
never. I only see of them like on full clothes or wearing some revealing clothing, or they go on a date with some dude, or they're being flown out somewhere. Right? I never seen. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is. I don't want to talk about it, but I never see a black girl on a yacht. I see a white girl, Spanish girl. I never see a black girl being flown out, being in a yacht
Yeah,
party,
bikini pics on the yacht.
being
Yeah, that's a good
picking
point.
pics on a yacht.
That's a good point, dude.
Never seen that shit. You know, obviously, I never seen an Asian girl because they don't really put themselves out there either, because they know what they're doing. You know, they got it down. They got it. It's just crazy to me how, you know, like it's crazy. And y'all blaming us. Oh, look at he's with a white girl now. Oh, he's with a Spanish girl. But are you looking at her though? Or
Right.
are you looking at yourself?
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's something you gotta really think. Like, okay, what's wrong with me that I can't have a nigga to be with me, but he chose to be with a different race? You know?
Yeah, that's a good point, dude.
But yet, all of a sudden, when you get with the white man, you ready to work. You ready to go down and work out with him, right? You ready to lose the weight for him, right? Because you left after you broke up with that nigga, that nigga that left you because you were overweight, or because he kept telling you to go in the gym and lose the weight. Now he left your ass, and you don't know why, and then you start to now you want to work out, right? Because you didn't think he deserved it to get you at your best. You didn't think he deserved it to want you at your best. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy how black women have this mindset of control because they want to control everything. But this at the same time, they don't even try to look and reflect or look at themselves in the mirror and be like, yo, what the fuck do I need to do to work on myself to have niggas to to love me, to appreciate me, to cherish me and support me and met my needs and shit, right?
Yeah, it's imbalance.
I hate to say this though. We live in a world where I hate to say I said, but about physicality. It's about looks.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Because looks is the first impression. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's a plus. It's a plus. Looks is a plus for me. Like because if I will never. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Like if I see a girl's overweight or fat, right? I just and then she's beautiful in the face. There is no way I'm gonna get with you. I'm just saying that. There's no way because I don't want my kids to be unhealthy. I don't want my kids to be overweight. I don't want my kids to be obese. Because I do want to have kids. I do want to have some a little me running around fit. Doing gymnastics, not giving me an excuse about whether or not reason why they couldn't lose the weight. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just crazy to me. Like when people, black people in general, always come up with the excuses, right? They're like, okay, don't worry, I'll work out tomorrow. You know what? Maybe I'll take the shortcut mindset. I'm gonna go take a pill to a burnout pill, right? To make me to burn my fat I got on my stomach and shit, right? Instead of going to the gym at least 4 to 5 times a week, doing squat, working out, work on your arms and shit, work on your arch, because I like a female with a straight back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gotta have a straight back. But all I'm saying is that I don't know what we did to y'all because y'all willing to lose the weight when it comes to a white man. I see a lot of skinny girls, skinny black girls online, Instagram with a fat white man or average white man or a guy who just like he's like literally like lives like whatever he does, right? But when I look at the girl, black girl, she's so skinny and fit. It's like, what the hell are we doing?
Yeah, I mean, I think also a big part of that comes from, like you said, we're not taking that self reflection enough. Um, we're not seeing why are we having a hard time, because to just be frank, not taking care of yourself physically is sort of stem to like a deeper mental health issue in certain ways. uh, and it's not like you're crazy or like multiple personality, nothing like that. It's more connected to the mental health issue of self worth, and self worthiness. You don't maybe think you're worthy enough to take care of or to be taken care of, to be in good health. A lot of people, funny enough, and this is something that a lot of people don't really notice. A lot of people who eat junk food, a lot of people who eat who don't take care of themselves physically, a lot of people who do drugs, most people don't really know because it's a very subconscious driver. But a lot of the times that will be due to you not thinking you're worthy enough to be healthy, right? You not thinking you're worthy enough to be sober. You not thinking you're worthy enough to be in shape. And so you have to be very intentional, and you have to pay a lot of attention to the dark side of why you're doing these things. A lot of people aren't very conscious of them. With black people, I find it's a lot of our afflictions in life and a lot of our blockages in life come from self-worthiness or issues and lacking of our self-worth in general. And understandably so, we've been through a lot, but don't let what you've been through hold you back from what you can do in the future, right? There's a lot you can do. There's almost everything you can do. There's almost infinite possibilities, really. And with the gym, it's sad because the people, like, let me give a little story, right? When I was in high school, I used to have this homie. Um, I was talking about. I used to have this homie named Marcus, right? He was he was like a year older than me, but this nigga was a G. I always remember looking up to this nigga and shit, you know. When I was, because I was a little nigga, I was mad. I think I told you guys before. I looked mad young when I was in middle school. When I was in seventh grade, he was in eighth grade, and he could dunk a fucking basketball, bro. In eighth grade, this nigga could dunk. He was mad tall. All the bitches loved him, bro. He was like mad popular. He was that nigga, bro. In my school, he was that nigga. Everyone in my school fuck with him. And in eighth grade, I'll never forget that shit. This nigga dunked a basketball over the tallest teacher in the whole school named Mr. Oates. This tall white nigga named Mr. Oates. He was like 6'4". Marcus was even shorter than him. Nigga flew and dunked a basketball on his head and made this nigga hit. He made the teacher hit his head off the ground because he dunked on him so hard. And we were all like losing our minds because we were like, that nigga's in eighth grade, bro. Marcus is a prime example. And shout out to you, Marcus, if you're watching this, bro. I'll fuck with you still. Marcus was a prime example of how black people have the genetic gifts and the aptitude to be able to do amazing things without even training. He didn't even really train at that point, you know? And he easily could have gone to a D1 school. He easily could have gone to college, right? But I noticed Marcus was first hanging out with the wrong influences. He's hanging out with a bunch of toxic people, but also he wasn't training and he wasn't working and fostering that skill, you know? He wasn't fostering that skill. He wasn't creating the right environment for himself to grow. but also he wasn't working on himself to better himself, and to advance in what he's so naturally gifted at. Um, and so I say that to say, it's black people. It's always sad when you see someone who has talent but doesn't have the work ethic, because you realize, wow, like it's not even really a jealousy thing. You just realize, wow, man, if you worked hard, if you worked as hard as I did, man, you would be unstoppable. And sometimes having talent in a certain way like that can actually be one of your biggest downfalls. Because if you're so talented at something, if you're so genetically gifted, if you're so physically strong, like how black people we are, we're just naturally in shape. Look at them. Show me a couple black kids who are just born obese. Most black kids are born with six pack, 6 pack, pretty good chest. Kind of crazy, right? Show me. I'm telling you, if like most black people, you're born with a gift, but because of what we've been through in life, because of what you've had to experience, because of maybe some traumas, some blockages that you may have from generational curses, you don't feel worthy enough to foster that gift, and you don't feel worthy enough. You don't feel like you're worth becoming the best version. You don't feel like you deserve the best of everything. One thing about me is I've just kind of, whether it's hypnosis or just conditioning, I've just trained my mind to be on a repeat loop of saying, I deserve the best of everything. The best food, the best health, the best women, the best finances, the best businesses. I deserve the best, the top tier of everything. And it took me a while to get there, because I did not always think that way. But you have to, I guess I'm proof of it, but you have to break those programs that you might already have running in your head, and you have to think like, regardless of what you really are thinking right now, does say you have a negative program, right, in your mind. You're saying, oh, I'm not worth being in shape, I'm not worth eating healthy, but you don't even know that's a program, right? Say maybe you're on drugs, you're smoking and drinking, and you're doing stuff you shouldn't be doing. Even if you're in your mind, you're saying, maybe, well, I don't know, and you're not saying positive things. If you do the right thing, that's uh, aren't you technically don't you technically already have a positive program in your mind? If you do what you know you need to do, even if you're talking to yourself and you're saying, oh, I don't know if I'm worthy, I don't know if I deserve that. If you eat the healthy food, then doesn't that mean that you deserve it? And not only you're eating it, you believe you deserve it, because if not, you wouldn't be feeding it to yourself. If you work out every day, doesn't that mean you're worthy of being healthy and in good shape? Even if you have this negative program in the back of your mind, the key is the action, right? Because you can sit here all day and talk about affirmations and say, just think positively, but you will never feel like you're worthy. You will never break that curse or that cycle of not feeling worthy until you act in a way that shows you subconsciously that you are worthy. Until you start only feeding yourself the healthiest foods, until you only start putting yourself around the most positive, uplifting people, until you start working out consistently and saying, I need to do this because I'm worth it, because I deserve the best. It doesn't really matter if you have some negative thoughts here and there. We're all going to have them. We're going to have doubts. We're going to have insecurities come out. The real key is, at least that I find, is just do it. No matter how you feel. Ask yourself, right? Ask yourself on your lowest day, on your darkest day, what would someone who reveres themselves as a king do? What would someone who loves themselves in every possible way do right now? Would they eat this junk food? Would they put some chemicals like that in their body? Or would they only eat the freshest whole organic foods that they could eat? Would they skip leg day? Because I know most of you niggas skipping leg day. You know what I'm saying? Would they skip leg day? Or would they set a new PR today? You know what I'm saying? And prove to themselves that even on a down day, that they can come back from that abyss. And yeah, no, seriously, dude,
Yeah. So for me, you're right, because you have to. I think there's like a level of confident and weak men. Like you won't be confident with yourself until that you break the habit, or or stop being comfortable whatever it is that you are doing, whatever you're at home watching television and eating French fries and burgers all the time. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, like, it took me a long time for me to stop eating those things. Honestly, I started to make my own. I started to go out to the store, Wendy's, all that stuff. Sometimes when I get hungry and I'm like wanted to get a quick bite. Honestly, I'll just get something small. I want to overdo. I see people. It's so funny. I see. Ah, man, here we go again. I see black people when they go to the Wendy's and shit,
Dude,
right?
the Wendy's filled up with black people.
It's fucking ridiculous. There are more people like me at Wendy's, at any fast food restaurant, than white people, right? Which is ridiculous to me. I don't understand that. Don't the craziest thing that I don't understand either, though, they're buying those 3 to 4 bags of them. I'm like, yo, is that for dinner? Y'all eating Wendy's for dinner? And shit, this is the reason why it's called a fast food. It's not a restaurant. It's not a dinner, bro. It's supposed to be something that you get and you got, like, from when I eat this shit, I just shit it out within, after I eat it, within couple hours and shit go in the toilet, yo. You know what I'm saying? But all I'm saying is, though, we need to stop eating this type of food. It's not doing us any good, to be honest. There's so much oil. You don't even know what oil they use in there. That oil that they use to cook that shit, that oil been sitting there for about a week or two. I'm telling you, same shit. And I've tested it too. I tested. I went to fucking Wendy's. Okay, no bullshit. I went to Wendy's a couple weeks ago just to see how the fuck they cook this shit. I went in the morning. I didn't know they were serving breakfast. I didn't know they serve breakfast at Wendy's. So I went in there. I was like, okay, let me get a. I think I asked for chicken sandwich. They're like, no, we serve breakfast. It's like still early. It's not noon yet. I'm like, all right. I get like some type of a breakfast egg and thing chicken sandwich, right? I didn't even eat it, to be honest, but just to see how that shit is, right? I just want to test it out if they're using the same oil. And the crazy part, the oil they use, guess what? And I ordered a French toast, right? A French toast, 6 piece of French toast. Put it in the bag. It was done quick. You already know. Within After I order it, here we go, sir. What the fuck? Did you cook that shit? You know what I'm saying? I went home. I opened it. I opened the breakfast sandwich I had, like some chicken and egg, whatever it was. I opened it up. The bread was gold. Why would the bread be gold? Like the golden color, like if it's some type of they spray some type of a chemical. Like, that's not appealing to me. If a bread is has some type of gold color in it, that means there's something that you spray on it or some type of a hormone, right? And I look at the chicken. Chicken looked dusty as shit, right? It was all wrinkly and shit.
Yeah, it
So
does.
I was like, all right. I smell it, took a bite, I got trash. And then here's the crazy part, right? The French toast that I order, I'll take the French toast out. I took a bite of it, spit it out, right? And then here's the funny thing I did. I dip it into some sauce. What sauce do you use to dip on toast?
Maple syrup.
Maple syrup. They give me some maple syrup, so I dumped some maple syrup on it, right? So that shit wasn't even like, you already knew that shit was like not even healthy. Like the French toast. So what it was doing, though, what I noticed, it was a fake French toast they gave me, bro. Every time I twisted, it wouldn't break. It was rubber,
Damn.
bro. And I found bacon in it, and I smell it. It was this oil that I know this use, some canola oil. I
Mm.
figure, I don't know if you guys know what that is.
Yeah,
That's the same oil they use at Five Guys. Some oil they use at McDonald's, Burger King, and shit. That canola oil is not good for you. It's bad. It's the worst oil, bro.
yeah. It's the cheapest oil.
It's almost cheapest oil. That's not even supposed to be good for you. They use that oil on the French toast, bro. Because I told, bro, it was so sticky. Because oil could be sticky, right? And I could see like the fucking thing, the oil itself on the French toast, bro.
Damn.
Fucking, and there was a piece of bacon in my French toast. I didn't. That was like eight
Damn.
bucks, $8, yo.
I mean,
Eight
you
fucking
pay what you
dollars.
get for, I guess.
$8 for a fucking Wendy's, yo. And there was this black family who was ordering the whole menu because she got like 6 to 8 kids, right, in the
Damn.
car. I'm like, you could have go home and go to a grocery store. It doesn't have to be expensive. You could go to like Market Basket. You will go like fucking any store to buy food. You can cook it. I think the bill for her came out to be like 60 or $80. I don't know what the fuck she was ordering over there, to be honest. It was just fucking crazy. And all I'm saying is we need to stop following this. It is this generational curse or this agenda that for some reason they drawn us. They want us to be fat, while these white girls and white male, going out there working out, running. What do you? I'm gonna be honest with you. I never seen, unless I never seen a fit white girl or a fit man going to fast food. You know what I see? When I go to a restaurant,
Yeah.
they're going to a healthy restaurant
Like a
like a
steakhouse.
steakhouse, or steakhouse,
Like
or
a sushi place.
sushi, eating sushi and shit. What else? What's the other one?
Wow,
Like a good
dude.
breakfast, brunch, brunch and shit that serve healthy fucking eggs.
Bro, you said that so well
You
because,
know?
dude, the Wendy's is filled up with black people. And the gym, where y'all niggas at the gym?
Yeah,
Y'all are empty. The gym's
exactly.
empty. Y'all niggas should be at the gym, bro.
That's what I'm saying. But yet, when I'm me and my wife would be the only black folks in there eating this healthy food at sushi, spending $60 to $80, right, for per plate, whatever, because inflation is killing us lately, right? But it's just crazy to me. Like there's not enough of black people at these type of restaurants, but we're at the fucking food that's killing us, making us obese, causing us having a heart attack with the higher cholesterol in our system, with diabetes, and shit, the diabetes type 2, which will kill us within a couple years or so, right? What's the other one? Heart disease, cardiovascular issues, and shit, where you can having hard time to breathe because when you go into bed, because you're fat, right? Because because the reason, the cause of snowing, because of being overweight. Y'all didn't know that it's being overweight. That's what the cause of snowing, because you're fat. Period. You gonna tell me I'm a skinny dude? I'm gonna it's because I can't breathe, because all the fat that I have consumed from eating burgers and fries, instead of going to a steakhouse, instead of going to a sushi spot where I could just chill, eat some healthy shit, get some healthy drinks and shit, you know. But it's just like, yo, where we at? I'm gonna tell you where we. I'm gonna tell you, we at over here serving them niggas, right? We're serving them because we're working there. We're serving these type of people, right? Because I'm telling you, you will not get anywhere in life if you're not in some type of a physical shape.
Right.
You ain't gonna go. I'm telling you, you only gonna see yourself working at a restaurant, a fast food restaurant. That's why you see a lot of black people and Spanish people. I hate to say this, at fucking fast food restaurant. Burger King, you see a lot of Hispanic. McDonald's, you see a lot of Mexican and Guatemalan. But Wendy's, you see a lot of Haitians and African, bro.
Yeah, that's a fact, dude.
And I don't know. I hate to say this, but when I used to go to Popeyes or KFC, a lot of niggas in there, a lot of black dudes in there, a lot of black girls in there, right? Getting that greasy food. That shit been sitting there since 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
All they do, they reheat that shit.
I bet you that oil is even older than the Wendy's.
They reheat it, man.
Dude,
y'all gotta
tell you
think.
this, right? It's you bring up a good point too with the disease. The biggest part for me, right? The biggest reason I take care of my health is because the black community is plagued with a lot of chronic illnesses. Prostate cancer,
right?
Diabetes, cardiovascular disease, heart pulmonary issues. Black people are our number one causes of death are 100% preventable.
It is
just from diet. Prostate. It's
exercise.
Just from diet and exercise. Literally, they're 100%. All the things I just named are 100% preventable. And the scary thing is, it's almost like we don't want to get better. You know, it's almost like we search these things out. And I know it's fucking tough to get off because it's almost like an addiction, especially with these foods. It can almost be like an addiction. But I'm telling you, after that first little withdrawal period, it starts to get easier and easier the further down you go down the path and the farther away that you get. It's like with like it's like time, right? It's like anything with time. Time heals all wounds, you know? And so a lot of times the most difficult part with starting a diet, with starting a workout plan, is actually the first transition, and it's the abrupt change in your life to the routine and the schedule that you have already. So what I would recommend is when you have, because most of you will have some sort of very traumatic, painful event that happens in your life that's gonna spark you and motivate you into getting into healthy shape or into going to the gym. And unfortunately for a lot of you, that's gonna be a health scare, right? Unfortunately for a lot of you, hopefully it can be like a heartbreak for some of you. It can be like seeing a close relative go through a health scare. But unfortunately for a lot of people, it takes them almost getting their leg cut off from fucking diabetes,
Mm-hmm.
or it takes them having a heart attack to take their health seriously. And I know most of our viewers are young, so I implore our young viewers, if you're old nigga watching this, shout out to you too, bro. But shit, nigga, you late to the game, bro. You should have been doing this. To some of our young viewers, I implore you guys to watch other people's journeys and learn from other people's mistakes. It's going to be a really tough road if you wait 30, 40, 50 years down the line to get a heart attack and then you're like, all right, you know what, I got to take my health seriously. I'm telling you, it's never going to be the same. And they say that Western medicine deals with symptoms, is symptomatic treatment, and they say Eastern medicine is preventative. So in more layman's terms, the medicine and the ideologies of the West, they're more about, oh, you got a cut. There's a deep thing. There's something, a big issue. You have a heart problem. Here, let me take this so it can make you feel a little better. This will slow your heart down. This will make you less anxious. This will thin your blood. In the East, though, in a lot of Eastern medicines, a lot of African medicines as well, it's more about how can we make sure that you never are in the position that you get a heart attack. How it's prevention. It's not treating the symptoms after they've already occurred. And I think this is a very powerful mentality to take into life and to adopt it as a lifestyle in general. I think this is one of the most beneficial things I've ever taken into my life, is how can I get ahead of these things instead of waiting until something breaks, because it's so much harder to fix a broken stick than to just be careful with the stick and make sure that you moisturize, you cure the stick, you cure the wood, you make sure that everything is solid and not molding,
Right.
before it even gets to there.
So you see, I'm gonna tell you the 4 things that we lack of, and that it's gonna kill us. That if we don't do it, okay, this is the 4 things, and I'm gonna explain why. Because I didn't know this until that I started doing it. I started feeling better. Still feeling health. I feel like my skin is healthier. Honestly, I started drinking more water than drinking sodas and juice. You know, I started making my own protein shake and shit. Nowadays, making my own iced matcha that what I used to go to Starbucks and buy it for like what $8 to $12. They put more ice than the actual drink itself. It's a whip off. You know what I'm saying? So number one thing is I'll tell you that we should really do, and that we lack of, especially in the black community, is sleep deprivation, right?
Mm,
So reason why, because I for a long time when I used to party in club, I didn't look, because right now I don't know if you could see me guys or what I, because you probably think I'm like 22. At the beginning, like I'm not saying it because that's what I think I look like, because that's what I heard from other people when I give them ride, or some girls like, hey, are you like 22, 23, 24? No, I'm in my 30, right? Do the math, right? But anyway, so sleep, lack of sleep. Okay, we only sleep for 2 to 3 hours, 4 hours at the most when it comes to black people. Because why? Because we're either not educating ourselves, because we're staying late, going out partying, clubbing, right? Especially the black men and black women in general. Because I used to do it, staying late, watching television, eating late around 2 3 a.m. with a whole full dinner, which is will definitely, like, I'll get into that. But sleep deprivation, guys, it's not good. You gotta at least get a full 8 to 10 hours of sleep, 8 to 9 hours of sleep. I get 7 to 8 hours sleep. For me, it's like I will like because I work a lot. I'm like juggling multiple jobs at the moment until I find the one that pays the most, and I'll stay focused on that, which is this podcast, right? Which I'm looking for two things that I'm doing, two or three things. I don't want to do more than three things and shit. But anyway, so yeah, so lack of sleep is not good for us because our brain doesn't work as much, right? So when you wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning, you only had three couple hours of sleep. What's that to happen is you become dumb. I hate to say this, but you start your memory. You become to lose your memory. You don't have a good memory. Like me, I did it for a long time, and I noticed that my memory is blur. Sometimes I be forgetting things I did a couple weeks ago, a couple months ago, because I used to sleep 2 to 3 hours a day, which is bad, and my whole day will be fucked up. I won't have the energy. I won't have the confident. I'll be like a zombie at this point, and I'm
Yeah.
dead. Pretty much, you're a dead person sleeping for a couple hours, a night and shit. So for me, I'll ask you the question. For me, when I go to bed, I'm going to bed around like 9, 10 o'clock, getting up around like 6 o'clock, sometimes 5, because I want to go to the gym before I go to work at 7 now. I used to get up. I told you I used to get up at 3. I don't do that no more. 2 to 3 o'clock going to work. To me, my brain didn't like that. You gotta start to listen to your body,
Right.
you
Yeah.
know. So I don't know what time you go to bed. What time do you go to bed when you?
It depends, but most nights I'm definitely in bed before 9, bro.
Yeah, but you also
Before
yeah,
9.
but you're getting your whole 8 hours of sleep, right?
Yeah.
Oh, 7 to 8.
Yeah. I go to sleep. I'll like start laying down and getting ready around like 8, sometimes even 7, depending on how I feel that day.
Right,
Because like you said, you got to listen to your body. Like if I'm fucking, I can like yesterday. I felt my body was tired because I had to stay up extra late. I stayed up until like 11
right,
the day before, so
right.
I felt my body was tired, and I wake up around like maybe 4, like 3, 4, 5. So it depends. I don't have an alarm clock or anything, so I just kind of naturally wake up at that time because when you're well rested like that,
Yeah, it should be 7, but it's not. That's 4 hours. It should be at least 7 hours.
no, that's more than 4 hours, right?
11 to 4. That's 4 hours.
No, 9 to 4.
Oh, 9 to 4. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
eight,
7 now.
nine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
7 to 8. Good, good.
Fuck 11, dude. I'm
Yeah,
not. I can't. I get really tired at night, you know. But
right.
no, what? So sleep.
Okay, and the second one is dehydration.
Oh,
All right. Look,
hydration.
as
Yeah.
I could see, we're drinking water right now. Like we got water right now. I'll be honest with you. I'm drinking water. He's drinking water. You know. So what dehydration is, you always have to put our body's made out of 70%, right, of water. A body. So we have to keep that 7% up to current. Like we don't want to go lower than that. There was a guy. He was a fucking a bodybuilder. You know, he was taking so much bullshit steroids and shit to like. I think no, here's what he did. I forget his name. I'll look it up, guys, and I'll tell it in the different podcasts. But this guy with this bodybuilder, what he did, he actually lowered his body percent to 20%, 20-30%. I don't know how he did it, but I heard he was
Oh, water weight. His water weight was
what?
low,
Yeah, was water was so low because he wanted to get big so fast.
and he wanted to be shredded.
He wanted to be shredded as quickly.
Yeah, I've
So
heard that too.
yeah, so his water weight was like less than 70%, which is unhealthy. He didn't make it till 30. He died at early mid 20s, late 20s and shit. So you need to drink water every day. Drink some type of something. You don't
Right.
like it's like you have to your body's like a car. The same way you take care of a vehicle, you change the tires every year. You do the oil change every 3 to 6 months, depending how many miles you're driving. Right? You're doing all that bullshit. You should be doing more for your body. It's very important to stay hydrated, to drink lots of water, drink a lot of H2O. I drink hot water in the morning every time I wake up in the morning to help me breathe better. I don't know if you guys know that there's um um a benefit when you drink hot water in the morning. So to me, what it does to me, it clears out my sinuses and shit. It makes me help breathe better. It makes me like feel like because I don't drink cold water in the morning. I only drink hot water. Anyway, every morning I'm waking up, I'm boiling water. I'm boiling water. Either I put some like tea bag on it, or just drinking like that straight up hot water, straight hot water. What does that? It flushes anything that you've ate last night. It makes it like I don't know what it does to you, but what I think what I feel inside my body is like the food I could have had like a steak around 7 to 8 o'clock at night. Cause steak takes, I don't know if you guys know, takes about 8 to 12 hours to digest in your system. That's why you're supposed to. That's why you're not supposed to eat steaks every day. It's bad to eat steak or beef. Those things takes a lot much harder for your body to actually to break it down into small particles, small pieces. So drinking hot water for me is very important. I would recommend it to you guys too, especially if you're not breathing right, or if you're if you bloated, it's good for that. You know what I'm saying? If you have a heartburn, it's good for that. That's what I. It's you. It for me. It works phenomenal. Dehydration. All right. All right. The third one is. You have any question on that, man?
No, no.
Coconut water is good too. I love coconut water. I don't know if you guys drink
Yeah.
coconut water. Coconut water is the best. What coconut water does, I've I've experienced it. It gives me clear skin. My skin will be the most clear skin. Like I have oily skin, as you can see now. I'm not because I'll be drinking coconut water from often. I'm not drinking as
Yeah.
much.
No, the only thing I drink is coconut water and regular water.
Yeah,
And like sometimes I'll put like a orange or something, like a
in
sour
it.
orange.
Yeah,
No, just I'll drink that different. But yeah, no, that's the only thing. If you're gonna drink it, get a real coconut. You know what I'm saying? Learn how to open
yeah,
a coconut.
exactly.
No bullshit. You'll be surprised how much different it tastes
It's
from
yeah,
like the coconut macaroons. Everyone tells me I hate coconut because they have coconut cream pie,
right.
and I'm like, dude, coconut doesn't taste like some shitty pie, bro.
Yeah,
That's like
exactly.
chemicals, you know?
It's all chemicals. All that shit's chemicals, man. Yeah. So sleep deprivation, dehydration, lack of sleep, lack of drinking water, so to stay hydrated. Third one is exercise.
Mm, a staple,
Okay,
yeah.
exercise. I don't care if you exercise once a week, twice a week. I don't care. You have to do some type of exercise to keep your body in shape. Because what's to happen is that when you don't work out for a long period of time, you wait until you're 40 and 50, and you start working out and lose the weight. Your body becomes saggy because you have stored so much fat into your body. You have accumulated fat into your system, into your body, to a point it just becomes saggy. I don't know if you
Mm,
see dudes and women when they work out after 40, 50 years, you see the skin is all wrinkly. It's all like you could see they could lift the skin up. They lost the weight. They lose the weight, but the skin in the body, it's not like it's not toned. Your body's not gonna be toned. Don't wait until you're 40, 50 years old to lose the weight.
yeah, seriously.
If you start noticing that your health, you started having like a like somehow you can't breathe, or you can't really um you're having trouble sleeping as well because you have apnea. You know what that is?
Sleep apnea, yeah.
Sleep apnea, because you're waking up every time you're sleeping and shit. Because that used to happen to me. I ain't gonna lie, I still have that. Now I'm sleeping like a baby because I've been going in the gym here at least 4 to 5 times a week now. It's fucking crazy. So sleep apnea is a serious thing, it's serious health, and what your body does, your body wakes you up every morning, every night, tells that, yo,
Yeah.
you're not fucking, like, you're not sleeping correctly, or there's something wrong with your body.
And that ties to the first thing too, because if you have sleep apnea, if just because you're not working out, you're gonna mess up the number one, the sleep, getting
Which
enough
is,
sleep, you know?
exactly what you're gonna mess up, the lack of sleep, because you're not sleeping better. Now you're waking up every hour in the middle of the night. What the fuck is that? That used to happen to me. I'm not like, bro, like, I'm not saying I was obese or overweight. All I'm saying is that skinny dudes can be overweight too. Don't mean that he's,
Right.
So we,
Yeah.
we gotta be careful with skinny niggas.
I want
I,
to talk about it too
you
after you
know,
say the fourth one. Yeah.
yeah, like, you need to start working out, lose that belly, get that leg, start expanding that leg to become more toned and ripped. You know what I'm saying? Because I could break your leg with your skinny legs. You know what I'm saying? I can break your arms. You got
Like
no,
break your leg.
like I could, I could do this with put my hands around your biceps. I'm like, shit, bro. Like, dude, you got skinny arms, bro. You got skinny biceps. So that's something we gotta look for.
Yeah.
And last thing but not least, y'all probably already know this, is dieting.
Diet. Yeah. I was gonna say.
Diet. You can't diet. You can't work out and not be in a diet. There's no way.
Yeah.
You're gonna tell me you're gonna go to the gym and then after the gym you're gonna drink a whole. You're gonna go to fucking McDonald's, get a 2 piece of chicken and French fries and chicken nuggets
Yeah.
and drink some soda after that. After you go after the gym, after you work out, that doesn't make any sense. Think about it.
Yeah. No, seriously. I think because with me, right, I love. It's funny. The word diet. I don't even like the word diet that much, and so many people say this, But me personally, I found that I can't stay on a diet. I do really bad if I stay on a diet for like 6 months and then 4 months I don't need a diet because I just revert back to the mean, right? It's just maybe that some people are a lot better at this. Maybe some people have different personality types. Me personally, I found that I prefer to actually live a lifestyle as opposed to that because it's like the same reason I don't really like to take days off of doing stuff. I don't really like to. I like to. I'm a very regimented person. Like if I work out, I do work out like every day. If I work, I want to work every day. If I'm editing, if I'm doing something, if I'm posting on videos, there's a time I do it every day because I find that when I take the day off, I lose the momentum and it's harder for me to jump back into it. And in terms of the diet, that's the hardest part because that's food is tied to something in our brain that is primitive and the most primal part of our brain tied to survival. When you have good food, your mind immediately makes a connection that this is survival. Keep doing this. This is what's going to get you to the farthest and to have the most kids, right? So when you have good food, the reason it can be so dangerous and so difficult to stop eating unhealthy foods is because the food has created a new neural network in your brain, a new neuropathic connection that's telling your brain, okay, this food tastes good, even if it's not really delivering nutrients. That's the dangerous part about these foods today. This food tastes good. It is good. Continue this pattern for survival. And our primitive brains they're saying, okay, if I want to survive, I need to keep eating this. And even more than survival, it's like now we've attached survival even to feeling good, states of feeling good. So the food now is attached more to a way we're gonna feel. I want to feel good, so I'm gonna eat this. And so the diet can become very difficult for me. It was difficult to wean off at first because I was eating very unhealthy. For some of our viewers who might not know, there was a time in my life where I only ate from 7-Eleven for like almost a month straight. Almost a month straight. I was eating like the worst. Didn't have home cooked meals, nothing like for longest periods of time. And I like to think I'm pretty adamant on what I eat now for sure. And it's just I think it's testament to the fact that no matter where you are at in your life, no matter what stage you're at, you can come. If I came back from that, you can definitely come back from that because probably most of you guys watching have somewhat. Maybe it's not 100% balanced, but you at least have the right headspace and are in the right place and having at least a little more balanced diet than eating 7-Eleven every day. And seriously, with a diet, I prefer myself not to take cheat days, not to take days off because of my personality type, and I really do feel a lot. I feel deflated when I have lose that momentum for a day, but some of you might prefer that. Regardless, I think no matter who you are, no matter what ethnicity, no matter what race, no matter what walk of life, no matter what body type, I think just eating a whole food diet with as much fruits and vegetables. If you eat meat, I personally don't. But I would say cheese and dairy, I would cut out for anybody watching, no matter what. I'm not trying to give people a bunch of restrictions. You got to figure out what works for you. If you want to know what we do and stuff, you can, comment down below. But
Yeah.
I would just recommend cut out dairy, cut out processed foods, anything in a plastic bag or a can, cut that shit out. Don't drink sodas. Don't Gatorade does not give you energy or electrolytes.
Oh, that's bullshit.
You
It's
know, that's
all a lie.
it's fucking bullshit.
It's a lie,
You know.
guys.
And the biggest thing is just be consistent. Like you said, you're never gonna see results that you want to see if your diet's not in the right place. You're never gonna really feel clear in your mind if your diet's not in the right place.
Right.
You're never gonna feel you the real glow up you're gonna have. And I'll tell you this from personal experience. And I'll show you guys in a future episode some old pictures of me, some old pictures of my skin, some old pictures of even how so maybe some old videos of how I used to talk and how I used to convey and relay myself. You're never going to really experience the glow up that you want to have until you start to take your diet and your health more seriously. Like all those forced things you talk about, to me, it's like a lifestyle. It's like you want to incorporate a healthy lifestyle. You want to live a life where everything you do is good for you.
Right.
You don't want to live like for me that's my biggest goal, right? And I'm still working on that, but my biggest goal is I want to optimize everything and every action I take in my life. I want that to be helpful or good for me in some way, shape, or form. You know, I don't want to be the kind of person who's like, oh, I'm gonna go to the gym and like work out and work really hard all week, and then I'm gonna go to the fucking club and I'm gonna get like shit faced and ruin all my progress for the whole week. You know,
Right.
or I'm gonna go do some drugs that I deserved it. I earned it, bro. I earned
Yeah.
to smoke.
What you're not gonna have the energy to even do it after that. Once you kill that momentum of going to the gym for the weekend, and then you go out fucking partying and fucking and drinking and shit, you're not gonna have the energy to do it for the rest of the week. Sometimes it take months to go back in there.
Serious. And then you're gonna be on Monday. You're gonna be back in on Monday, like barely being able
Yeah.
to put the same weight up.
Probably gonna do 20 minutes and then that's it. You're gone.
Yeah, for real.
You know, you're talking about like skinny dudes.
Oh, right. The one thing I want to say, one of the last things I want to say, or I'll say the second to last thing. You can be skinny fat. It's actually scientifically proven.
Yes.
You can be skinny fat.
That was me, guys. That was me.
Yeah, that was me too, for sure. You can be skinny fat just because you're not physically overweight. And to be honest with you, this can be a much more dangerous version of fat because when you're overweight, right? When you're overweight, you actually, surprisingly enough, build a lot of muscle being overweight. If you notice, people who are overweight, because if you think about it, their bones get stronger,
Right.
their ligaments get stronger. They're actually because they need more muscle and they need more strength in their body to support the weight they are. It's not necessarily the most ideal thing. You don't want to be overweight, but I will say preferably, it's more preferable to be overweight than to be skinny fat because when you're skinny fat, you don't have any anabolic muscle, right? Oh, you don't have any anabolic hormones, and because the muscle that you have isn't creating anabolic hormones, which these hormones is basically what it's doing is it's preserving. It's not only preserving muscle tissue, but it's creating enzymes in your body that's allowing your body to function right. Muscle is one of the most important things for aging, for healthful aging, right, and longevity, and telomere longevity. Really, like I was saying. And so, if you're too skinny, what can end up happening is your muscles can end up atrophying, right? So instead, because there's not really any need for that, your body is very efficient at optimizing, but also your body is very good at tricking itself. So your body is sending signals to your brain like, oh, okay, well, we don't really need this muscle for anything because it's not putting it through hard work. So your mind tells your body, okay, you can let these muscles go. There's no really need for that. You don't need to defend. There's no stress. And what becomes dangerous is because most people who are skinny fat, you'll see these are the people who eat anything they want to eat and they
Right.
eat lots of junk food and all this bullshit. They're like, I can never gain weight. I can never gain weight, right? But really, what you're doing is you're creating worse intestinal gut lining issues. You're creating you're degrading your joints. You're degrading the ligaments in your body. You're throwing off chemical imbalances. You're creating chemical imbalances. You're throwing off enzymic reactions in your body. You're deteriorating yourself at a cellular level because everything you eat integrates into your body to a certain degree. You know, and every time you go through cell division or mitosis, as the scientific people call it, your cells divide. They divide using whatever you've consumed. This is why they say you are what you eat, you know. And to all our skinny viewers too, you know, you guys have no excuse just because you have a high metabolism or just because you're skinny fat you can never gain weight. You guys need to take this just as seriously, if not more seriously, I would say, than obese people, because obese people are in a more advantageous position because they're going to be stronger in the gym first.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to already have more muscle. Their hormones are going to be at a more balanced level in certain ways, right? Unless they already have a hormone issue. And yeah, no, seriously, I think the biggest thing I'm trying to sell is, besides like all these fancy words and all, the biggest thing I'm trying to sell is the lifestyle. Focus on a healthy lifestyle, right? Black and white people, but especially you black people, because y'all niggas are all in Wendy's when you should be in the fucking gym. You know what I'm saying? Focus on a healthy lifestyle because you will look back when you're 40, 50, 60 years old, especially as a man. I'll say, because I can only speak as a man. I know I would look back on myself from my age 60 and say, man, nigga, you could have been like ripped and in shape, bro. You know, like you could have had a huge chest and like arms and shit. You could have been like you could have run like an Iron Man thing,
Right.
and you didn't even do. And now I'm 60, I can't do that shit, of course.
Yeah.
But it's like you could have been did that
You're in a
shit.
fucking wheelchair. What's what
Yeah.
you're on?
Like Ronnie Coleman.
Yeah, you're in a wheelchair.
You know what I'm saying? And yeah, bro, I don't know. I have one more thing to say, but I don't know if you
No, go
want to
ahead,
say
go
something,
ahead, go
bro.
ahead, man.
Like,
I'm gonna close it out. Go ahead.
for sure. Yeah, that's a good idea. The last thing I was just gonna say is, black people, we need to we need to really think long and hard. Like, what what is the reason why we're not doing this? You know, like where is that coming from? This restriction. You know, this blockage in ourselves. Why is it that we're so easy to do toxic shit as opposed to doing helpful and uplifting shit? You know, what's stopping us? You know, and who's stopping us? And is there really anyone stopping you, or is it just yourself? You know, and yeah, no, seriously, I think on a final note, um, we're actually, I will say this right too, kind of as like a little caveat. I will say black people, the only people I see less jogging than black people is Spanish people. So to the Spanish community, you guys got to get your shit into shape too, you know? Because I don't think I've ever seen a Spanish woman jogging out, you know?
Yeah,
Um,
I see Asian women jogging out.
yeah, I see Asian women, I see Asian men.
Asian men jogging out,
Um,
but yeah, we already know we got white man, white woman already out there already. They started this. I ain't gonna lie. I can't take ownership of that. Asian people can't take ownership of that. White people in general, like they started running in the cold.
I know,
They
bro.
start running in the most coldest. Like you don't really see them as much as in the summertime. You see us in the summertime,
That's so true, dude.
but
Yeah.
during the winter, you see these. It's like they're training, like because they know that we live in 4 different seasons. And let's say there was an Olympic, like my boy said earlier, there was an Olympic where we the which race has to survive, and we have to run. We be the last one. We be the first one to be killed.
Mhm.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys, and overall to close this, because we're obviously short in times, is to put the bottle down. Stop drinking alcohol. I know we black people, we love drinking alcohol. We love eating fast food. Because it's the quickest way. Stop being lazy. Stop making excuses for yourself. That's what I did. I'm gonna be honest with you. I used to make excuses for myself. I'm going to the gym. I used to go to the gym once a week. Sometimes I'll be going once a week, and the next day I'm like lazy. Why is that? Because I didn't keep the momentum. I wasn't consistent. I wasn't like pushing myself harder. I wasn't, you know, watching these type of videos and listening to them. Like, hey, stop making excuses for myself. Because I was making excuses. I'm like, it's too cold outside. It's fucking 10 degrees outside. Why would I go out there? Just warm up my car, stay in my car, and then just drive to the gym. And then when I'm fucking working, I'm sweaty, I'm ready to go. I'm like, oh shit, it's cold. But at the same, I got used to the feeling. I'm like, shit, it feels good. I mean, I did something right, you know. Just put the bottle down, yo. Stop smoking cigarette, yo. I don't know why black people. I see black people smoking cigarette now. Okay, like I never got on people smoking weed, especially my people. But when I see black people start smoking cigarettes, something's wrong with you, man. What are you going through, bro? Put that cigarette down, bro. Put it down, bro. Cigarette is not for us, bro. It's not, bro. Let's just stop. Let's start cooking at home. Women, black women, let's start cooking for the kids. Stop buying just junk ass food that's gonna create fucking like diabetes at an early age and or being them overweight. And they have none. And they don't even know how to even prevent it from happening because they don't have a male figure. Stop doing that. Put them into some type of a karate class or gymnastics so they can start losing the weight and being healthy. Because your first thing should be your kids as a single mom or as a parent. Should be your kids. Your kids should come first. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't care what anybody said. If I had a kid, that that's gonna be the person I'm gonna build that little person into something great. Because now when the little me getting big and shit, he or she's gonna thank me later. Like, yo, thank you, daddy. Like, damn, you really pushed me. Now, like, they success at 17, 18 years old because their body's unhealthy, their mind's healthy.
Mm.
So we need to start procrastinating. I think that's very huge in our black community. We procrastinate a lot. In the Bible it says laziness is a sin. It's a sin. It's so crazy how laziness is a sin, bro. That's why we have to get up every day and work. Not only work for the whatever you're working for, the career, whatever you're starting doing in your life, but you'll never be at your peak if you don't look at your physical health.
Mm.
You'll never be at your peak. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's the reason why, because I would work out. I remember when the most I was at my peak is when I had my own crib, living in my own house, having the most craziest car. I was driving a German car, like it was just crazy, and I started degrading or stop losing the consistency, the momentum, and the motivation that I had. Motivation is temporary. I don't believe in motivation anymore. I believe in ambitious. You have to find something that you're passionate about. You have to find a goal, whatever it is that you want to work on. Could be a business, could be, I don't know, being a governor, whatever you want to do in your life. But your health has to come first, no matter what you're trying to start or do. I'm telling you, no matter how many times you start a business, it will fail all the time. Because you know why? Because you're not looking at your health. Because your health will be the one. He told me that all the time. I was always getting sick. Now I can't work. What happened when you start a business? Now you're sick. You're the only one, the only employee, only employer. You have no employee. You become ill. What happened? Now your business start to fail. You start losing money. You start losing everything that you just started because you couldn't take care of your health. You know. So guys, I really appreciate you for coming out here. Thank you. It's been a long time. And we haven't said some real shit to a point where the black community, I'm coming for all community, but I want to focus on the black community. We want to focus on the black community because we went to the gym. We were fucking like,
Yeah, we were there.
we were fucking. It was like to
Where
us,
were you niggas? You know what I'm saying?
it was crazy. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is
Dude,
going on?
it was so crazy. We will take a video one time. Of
Yeah,
us in the gym.
we gotta take a video, just like a whole video like this. What do you
You
call
know-
it? This paranormal video?
You know what we should do when we get a little more momentum? We should start doing lifestyle vlogs, bro.
Yeah,
We start
yeah,
doing
we'll
lifestyle vlogs,
definitely
bro.
do that.
I mean,
man.
comment down below if you guys like to see that. You know?
Yeah, guys, just appreciate you, women. I love all my black women. I ain't gonna lie. Like I said, that's why he knows it. I always talk. I don't talk bad about white women, but it's something fish in the water. I don't understand. I just don't get.
They're in the gym though.
But they're in the gym.
They're in the gym though.
And
You know
that's
what I'm
why
saying? They're not Wendy's.
that's why niggas out there, holler at them. And you black women are hitting on us for doing that. There's the reason why we doing it. There's the reason why we doing it, man. But I appreciate you for coming out, guys. Thank you for the love. Much love to everybody who follows, subscribe. If you have any questions or if you want to come and have us do if you have any question for us to do a podcast or reaction, just comment below. You can also email us at Directandunfiltered podcast at gmail.com. We'll be on there too as well. We'll try to do our best to answer the emails as well. All right. Take care, guys.
Thank you guys for watching.
Thank you for watching.